What's up, Net Soldiers? I'm Net Alliance here, joined by my friend, Big Pipe 24. And today, we're going to be bringing you guys something new. After a while, I see like a lot of Star Wars stuff online, and it's like, I wish I could just have everything put together, you know, maybe a weekly wrap up every week or so, or maybe every 2 weeks of what happened the entire week of Star Wars and what happened in the franchise and all that other stuff going on. So I decided, why don't I do it myself? So if you guys want to see more Star Wars news like this and you enjoy this, let me know in the comments below. Without further ado, here's your Star Wars news of the week. So as you know, the new Han Solo film is coming out in 2018. The Last Jedi, then Han Solo, so we'll be seeing that next year, where we have Last Jedi this year, Han Solo next year. And guess what? It is rumored that a Jedi is actually going to be in the film.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That Jedi is called Quinlen Vos. However, it is believed that that may just be a cover-up name, just like Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you know?
Yeah.
For the Jedi known to the fans as Quinlen Vos. Now, this is not 100% confirmed, but it could make sense, for Quinlan did survive Order 66 in Legends. So perhaps his survival could return back to canon, which is a really cool thing because they do this type of thing where they actually dip into the Legends, or the Legends being the EU, the stuff that you don't actually see in the movies or the TV shows, and they bring it back into the actual franchise. Thrawn being the best example of that. Darth Maul's death being brought back in Clone Wars, that's a great example as well. I think all that together could lead to Quinlen Vos actually surviving, which is a cool thing because Quinlan is a very interesting character. He actually was one of the Dark Acolytes of Count Dooku. I actually had a video on that, so you want to check that out, link up there. And he's a very interesting character, so it would be cool to see him actually return.
Yeah, it would be nice to see a Jedi in that movie too, because that's something that would totally throw everyone.
Yeah, for real, because I mean, honestly, here's the thing: the Han Solo film, it was a cool idea, and I was okay with it. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, oh yeah, you know, let's see it. But now with the Jedi actually being in it, that makes me more excited for it. I'd be okay with that. And Quinlen Vos is an interesting character. I think that him and Han Solo, if they would do like kind of like a buddy thing, I could see that. Them being like them bantering. Do you know what I mean? Like
getting along and starting like a team.
Kind of, but I could also see them being like kind of like a Goku and Vegeta, like frenemies type of thing.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like now I know we're gonna see Lando. It's gonna be like Han and Lando as buddies, and then there's gonna be other people with them. So it would be cool to see Quinlen Vos. Now Quinlen Vos, or Quinlen Vos rather, was a general in the Clone Wars. He was believed to be killed on the Wookiee planet of Kashyyyk during Order 66. However, his death was left a mystery. And the general rule of Star Wars is, if you aren't actually seen dying on screen, chances are you're still alive. So this whole rumor may be more fact than fiction. Either way, I personally think it's awesome. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. So moving over to Star Wars video game news, are you a fan of Star Wars The Force Unleashed, the first game? Are you a fan of the second game? No? Yeah, I thought so. People didn't really like that game. It's coming to Xbox Live Gold for free. So as long as you have an Xbox membership, you can get it free, which is still good, even if it is not the best well-known game. I think it was okay. Could have been better, but I think that even if it is the second game, for free, it's worth it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if it's for free.
You're already paying for the Xbox membership. You might as well get
You might as well get the extra game.
It's Star Wars, so why not do it? Now, although this game wasn't exactly praised upon its release, it wasn't the worst game that came out. And honestly, besides it being pretty short compared to its predecessor, and its story kind of being a mess, its gameplay mechanics and boss fights were actually really good. So you can pick up this bad boy for free from May 1st to the 15th on Xbox Live. But you know what's weird? Okay, so a couple weeks ago, they released The Force Unleashed 1 on Xbox Live for free, and now they're releasing the second one online now. So it makes you wonder, are they making a third game? No.
Probably not. I don't play a lot of the Star Wars games, but I will say that I did play Battlefront, and it wasn't bad. The first one wasn't that bad. The second one, not that good.
But you know what? Speaking of Battlefront, we got Battlefront 2 news for all y'all. Because that's the game everyone actually cares about. According to recent reports about Star Wars Battlefront 2, there are some crazy new details about the game. First, there are land-to-air vehicle transitions, so that means no more of those stupid little power-up coins. I hated those things playing this game. I think like that's one of the main things that really made me mad about Star Wars Battlefront, the new one, compared to the older ones. Like before, like if there was a ship like parked, you could just take that ship and fly. Do you know what I mean? But now it's like you have to pick up these tokens and you're like, oh, let me press the button. And then you get transported into a ship and you fly around. it's not as immersive. Do you know what I mean? It seems like an arcade game, and it's like, make it more immersive, make it more fun.
Yeah.
You know, make it more like the older games. That's what people want. Also, another change is apparently Luke and Kylo are going to be playable characters in the campaign. So not just like heroes on multiplayer, but also in the campaign. So we might be following both light and dark side of things.
That'd be pretty fun.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we might be seeing like a little bit of Rebels versus Empire, and then we'll go to the First Order, and we'll see a little bit of Resistance, which essentially is still the Rebels, versus the First Order, which is still essentially the Empire. But that's an interesting idea, you know? I didn't think they'd actually do like a hero thing. I'd be okay with the older way of campaigns where it was essentially just the game. They just had like voiceovers of people going, you have to go over here, now you have to go over here. Do you know what I mean? Now it's like they're actually doing an actual story, which is pretty cool. So, you know, we'll see how that turns out. And probably the best news of all, and my personal favorite thing I heard, is the fact that they're getting rid of the whole overheat system of your guns. So now they're actually going to switch to the more transitional clips and magazines in your guns. You know what I mean? So it's not like 3 shots and now I'm overheated and I'm going to get killed. You know, you can actually have like a full, maybe like a 20 mag or something like that. Something that makes more sense. And honestly, I'm okay with that change. It might not make sense to the Star Wars universe because they didn't particularly have mags and clips. Because they had laser blasts.
Yeah, it does sound kind of weird.
But I would be okay if it was like, maybe it was like a battery pack, you know? And once you run out of battery, you pull the battery out and you gotta put another one in. I'd be okay with something like that. I think that's a cool, interesting idea. I don't know. I honestly thought the Battlefront guns, like all of them, there was like maybe the occasional okay one, but none were like great. They were all kind of bad. So I think that getting rid of this feature will make the gameplay much more better and much more appealing to everybody. So let's just hope. But that's it for all your Star Wars news of this week. If you guys want to see this more often, let us know in the comments below. If you have any news leaks that you hear of that you want to get to me personally to be featured on this video, let us know at NetAllies on Twitter, and you might be featured on the video as the guy who let me know of the leak and the news story. So thanks again to Big Pipe for coming out to the studio and filming this news stuff. And until next time, guys, we're going to see you later. Peace.